Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, a new flash flood threat as millions return home from the holiday.
And the stunning World Cup reversal, Balogun is back in the game.
More than 60 million on alert for dangerous flash floods. New warnings from Cleveland to New York and Philadelphia after a weekend of deadly storms and extreme heat. More than 24 deaths in New Jersey alone. Fireworks in the nation's capital delayed by lightning strikes.
Tower, we just had a firework hit our plane.
And a Delta flight reportedly struck. Ginger tracking it all.
Stunning reversal. Flo Balogun is back. The U.S. leading scorer's red card suspension lifted ahead of tonight's crucial World Cup game. His reaction caught on camera, plus the call President Trump made. Overnight, U.S. Captain Tim Ream speaking to GMA.
Inside the dramatic landing on the East River.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. The plane down on the water.
We hear from two of the passengers.
Russia's deadly new strikes on Ukraine. Apartment buildings in flames.
Plus, amid the fragile ceasefire with Iran, a massive crowd in the streets of Tehran for the funeral of Iran's late supreme leader killed at the start of the war. All this as President Trump heads overseas for a summit with NATO allies. What's at stake?
Deadly rip currents. At least 2 people killed and more than 200 rescued. Plus, the shark bite at a popular New York beach.
Royal reunion in jeopardy. Prince Harry flying solo. Will his kids see their grandfather, King Charles? Plus, new pictures of Princess Kate on top of the world.
Trump accounts now live. What new parents need to know about that $1,000.
New enchanted details from the legendary performers to Taylor and Travis's vows.
It was magical, man, magical.
Mama Kelsey's seal of approval.
Unstoppable American woman.
Kelsey! Kelsey!
The speedy solo rower's history-making 2,400-mile journey, sharing her story only on GMA this morning.
Plus, Cape Verde's Heroes Homecoming. And fans say, flow away. Balogun is back. We're counting down to tonight's U.S. match. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America. Plus new music from Beyonce. What more could you ask for on a Monday morning?
Big day.
Yeah, we hope you had a great holiday weekend. We had a spectacular 250th birthday for America with our 24-hour live event, Disney Celebrates America, capped by a stunning firework display there in Nashville, all around the country. Much more on that ahead.
Yeah, the fireworks were pretty insane. And the U.S. is hoping for more fireworks at the World Cup tonight when the men take on Belgium. And they're getting a big boost with Balogun now able to play. Will Reeve is standing by to explain it all to us in their international reaction ahead of the big game.
Plus, Gio Benitez is on the scene after that seaplane's hard landing in New York's East River. Gio's going to have the latest on that investigation.
But we begin with the dangerous weather on the move. Severe storms putting the Northeast on alert for dangerous flash flooding following the record heat wave that was responsible for more than 24 deaths and impacted July 4th celebrations. Matt Rivers starts us off in Brooklyn. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. And this is the kind of thing we're seeing across the area, unfortunately, this morning. You can see this tree coming down over the weekend, landing on that car there. It's actually not 1, but 2 trees coming down, completely blocking this entire street here in Brooklyn. And even though officials are saying they're trying their best, there's so many trees like this when they clean up. More storms are on the way. This tree could be here for days.
Oh, wow.
This morning, more than 60 million Americans facing a flash flood threat after deadly holiday weekend storms swept across the country. Trees crushing cars in New York City, storms illuminating the night sky in New Jersey. Hundreds of trees toppled, knocking out power for many.
It took all of 3 minutes to do all of this damage.
I've been through hurricanes here and whatnot, but this was the most intense.
One fallen tree sparking a house fire in River's Edge and injuring a firefighter. Heavy rain pounding Chicago. The Cubs-Cardinals game delayed by an hour. Parts of the stadium inundated with water. Throughout the city, roads turned into rivers, leaving drivers stranded. And in Kendall County, Illinois, one person was killed when a tree fell on a camper trailer. Powerful winds also causing widespread damage in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Fireworks shows lit up by lightning across the country. Thousands attending the Great American State Fair in the nation's capital forced to evacuate due to an approaching storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, our officials have asked to tell you we need evacuation right away.
Meanwhile, scorching temperatures all along the Northeast, suspected to have caused at least 25 deaths in 10 counties across New Jersey, in what officials say was the hottest stretch of weather in more than 14 years.
Unfortunately, many of these individuals were found in homes without air conditioning. A few were outside of their residence, some on the street, and some even in parked cars.
The extreme weather putting the brakes on millions trying to get home after the holiday weekend. Overnight, more than 1,000 flight cancellations, with thousands more delayed. This as a Delta plane in Chicago reportedly struck by fireworks Saturday.
Tower, we just had a firework hit our plane, Delta 1076, we're continuing.
Delta saying the flight safely landed and taxied to the gate.
With all this bad weather, Robin, no question a rough start to the work week.
No question about that, Matt. Thank you. We're going to go to Ginger, who's back with us now. Latest on the track and timing of the storm?
Yes. We just got a report in from Northeast Ohio, Kelly's Island, more than 13 inches of rain in 5.5 hours last night. That's how fast it's falling, and that's the problem. A lot of people needed rain, but flood watches now from Virginia and North Carolina up through Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and over to Hartford and even New Bedford. Rhode Island is in a flood watch as well, New York City, and that's the issue is today we're going to see this low kind of slowly move through southern New Jersey, and on the top of it, lots and lots of rain. From Long Island, we've got a significant risk for flash flooding through southern Rhode Island and coastal Connecticut. 2 to 3 inches per hour possible, with 2 to 6 inches in total. So this will kind of twist through as we go through today. There will be heavier at times. It's not going to be a constant, steady, heavy rain. But, Michael, we anticipate anywhere from 4 to 6 inches falling, especially that southern part of Long Island.
All right, Ginger, thank you so much for that. We're going to turn now to the U.S. soccer team getting ready for tonight's game. And when they hit the field, they'll have their top scorer with them. His suspension was lifted after his red card in the last game. President Trump playing a role in the reversal. Will Reeve is here with the latest. Good morning, Will.
Good morning to you, Michael. It's hard to overstate how major, how rare, how polarizing this decision is. Folarin Balogun got a red card in the round of 32, which meant he was out for tonight's round of 16. Now, though, through opaque and basically unprecedented series of events, he's back in.
This morning, a stunning World Cup reversal in favor of the U.S. men's national team. Leading scorer Folarin Balogun ruled eligible to play for the United States in their round of 16 game against Belgium tonight. Balogun was sent off with a red card for this tackle early in the second half of the team's round of 32 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. A red card means an automatic suspension for the following game. FIFA had confirmed that Balogun would be out against Belgium and that there was no way to appeal the ruling. Following the controversial call, Balogun saying the contact was unintentional and that he accepted the decision.
There was many emotions, but for me, the most important thing was just trying to stay calm. I think, I didn't want to react out of emotion, out of anger, and, I had to just accept that the decision was made, whether I agreed with it or not.
But suddenly on Sunday, news that Balogun was in. ABC News sources confirming reports that President Trump had called FIFA President Gianni Infantino to review the matter. President Trump posting online Sunday, "Thank you to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing a great injustice." In justifying the about-face, FIFA citing Article 27 of its disciplinary code, saying the implementation of the match suspension is suspended for a probationary period of 1 year.
FIFA's not admitting they made a mistake. They're not admitting that the referee on the field made a mistake and gave the player a red card when it shouldn't have been a red card. The red card hasn't been rescinded. What's going on here is they're suspending the suspension.
The United States' next opponent issuing a statement. The Belgian Soccer Federation saying that it was astonished by FIFA's decision. Belgium's coach mocking the decision, saying, "I didn't know that at the World Cup, the 5th of July is actually the 1st of April. Upon learning the news, Balogun celebrating with his teammates.
We're really excited. He's been so good for us this tournament.
Overnight, U.S. team captain Tim Reams speaking to GMA.
I think he's just excited that he can actually contribute on the field and not just be a cheerleader. But Balo's, he's got a big smile and he's been beaming ear to ear, since we all found out the news.
And the European Football Association, of which Belgium is a member, put out a statement this morning saying, part in quote, "We express our disbelief at such an unprecedented, incomprehensible and unjustifiable decision." And for their part, U.S. Soccer saying, quote, "We accept the decision of the disciplinary committee and we are pleased that Folarin Balogun is eligible to compete tomorrow." This has happened once before in 1962. A Brazilian player named Garrincha was reinstated. But this is really, like, we haven't really seen this before.
Yeah, suspending the suspension.
Exactly.
All right, Will, thank you.
He's playing is sort of the bottom line.
Yeah, well, he'll be out there and we'll be watching.
Yep.
All right, thank you. We're going to have much more on the World Cup coming up in our next half hour, Robin.
All right, now to a scary scene here in New York. A seaplane making a hard landing in the East River. Fortunately, everyone on board safe. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at the scene for us this morning. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning to you. Yeah, for so many people who are out here still enjoying the holiday weekend, out here for a walk on the water, this was shocking to see, even more shocking to actually experience, because now we're hearing from the people on board. This morning, dramatic video taken from inside the seaplane that made a hard landing into the East River near Brooklyn, New York.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. The plane down on the water.
The landing caused one of the struts of the Kodiak 100 seaplane to break, forcing the plane to lean on one side, one wing in the water.
Pontoon's good. What happened? Pontoon broke.
Bystanders taking this video before the landing, appearing to show the plane flying very close to a helicopter.
That was entirely too close.
I'm very shaken up. I was scared, very scared.
Chloe Todd and her grandma Ada were taking the flight home from the Hamptons after a friend's birthday.
All you hear is a boom, and then we go up, and then we go back down, and then we go up again. And then when I hit my head. And then she hit her head.
Rescuers racing to the scene, helping to pull everyone to safety.
Everybody out of the water? Yeah, they got everybody off.
They responded immediately. Like, it took them only like 2 minutes to come, maybe even less. They gave us life vests. We hopped on a boat. They asked us if we were okay. We said yes.
All 8 people rescued from the plane, 2 suffering minor injuries.
The captains did what they needed to do. They made sure that we were okay because they didn't get off the plane first. They helped everyone get off the plane.
And again, everyone is safe. Thank goodness they were able to get to their destinations another way. So that's some good news there, Michael.
Yeah, that is some great news, Gio. Thank you. And we're going to turn now to the massive funeral underway for Iran's longtime supreme leader, who was killed at the beginning of the war when the U.S. and Israel launched the first strikes on Tehran. Chief International Correspondent James Longman is tracking the latest. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, Michael. The funeral procession for Iran's former supreme leader has begun its journey through Tehran. Much of the country has closed down and hundreds of thousands of Iranians have poured into the streets to mourn Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed back in February by the US and Israeli airstrikes that started the war. The coffin of his 14-month-old granddaughter and other family members killed in that attack are also part of the procession. The burial itself will take place Thursday. Some in the crowds have held signs calling for President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu to be killed in revenge. A banner with the president's face on it has been stretched along a bridge for the crowd to throw stones at. There has been no sign of the Ayatollah's son Mojtaba, who succeeded him as supreme leader, but is widely thought to have been gravely injured in the attack that killed his father. But his 3 other sons have been seen. Robin.
All right, our thanks to you, James. And the war with Iran and the fragile ceasefire expected to be top on the agenda during the president's high-stakes summit with NATO allies, as will the Russia-Ukraine war. Overnight in Ukraine, Russia's deadly new strikes on Kyiv, targeting residential buildings, coming just hours after Ukraine's President Zelensky warned of increased Russian aggression. Zelensky looking for a supply of American missiles to help defend Ukraine, a request he will surely bring up with President Trump. Senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is tracking it all for us. Good morning, Selena.
Good morning, Robin. And those Russian strikes have killed more than a dozen people in Kyiv. This deadly attack coming right before that high-stakes NATO summit in Turkey, where President Trump will be meeting with Ukraine's President Zelensky, who will press the U.S. and Europe for more support. That attack also coming right after President Trump spoke to Vladimir Putin on July 4th for 90 minutes. And as our European allies fear that President Trump could force an end to this war that favors Russia. Now, Trump leaves for Turkey later tonight, walking into this NATO summit, angry at the very allies that he's about to meet with. President Trump has spent months blasting them for refusing to join in on the war in Iran and for not spending enough on their own defense. And also, guys, President Trump is going to be talking, we're told by a senior administration official, with these world leaders about protecting shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. He'll also be sitting one-on-one with several world leaders, including with Zelensky, Michael.
All right, Selena, thank you for your reporting. And we're going to go now to a deadly weekend at the beach and more than 200 rescued from dangerous rip currents on the East Coast. Victor Oquendo is in Miami with the latest for us. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Michael. Hearing those numbers, you realize how much worse this could have been. It was a very dangerous and in some cases deadly weekend on beaches from Florida to New York.
This morning, rip currents turning deadly over the holiday weekend.
The rips are pulling really bad, so just make sure you guys stay away safe.
New body cam footage showing the moment of Volusia County Sheriff's deputy warning teens about dangerous rip current conditions before dropping his gear to rescue a swimmer caught in one.
I'm going in the water right.
2 deaths and 200 rescues in Daytona Beach, Florida in just one day. On Friday evening, 17-year-old Amarian Anthony was swimming with a friend when officials say they were caught in a powerful rip current. A lifeguard saw the pair struggling in the water before they disappeared. Authorities launching an extensive search. One was rescued, but Anthony didn't make it. His body recovered near the pier the following morning. His death just hours after a 60-year-old man drowned on the same beach. New York beachgoers facing a different danger when a man was taken to the hospital after appearing to have been bitten by a shark, prompting officials to temporarily close Jones Beach.
And this morning, we're learning that a 6-year-old girl from Brooklyn drowned in Southampton over the weekend. Witnesses saying that she was caught in a current. If you're ever caught in a rip current, do your best to stay calm and just let it take you out. When you no longer feel that pull, that's when you can start to make your way back to shore or signal for help. Robin?
That's something definitely to keep in mind, Victor. Thanks to you. Now, the woman who made history this weekend, becoming the first American woman and fastest person ever to row from California to Hawaii. She's sharing her story only on GMA this morning. Lara, this is a remarkable feat.
Think about what you just said. She rode from California to Hawaii. Kelsey Fendler rode into her Hawaiian destination Friday night with hundreds of people there gathered to cheer her on as she completed that 43-day journey from Monterey, California. It was not without major challenges, but she did it, gliding into the record books. This morning, Kelsey Fendler is celebrating after making history. Kelsey! The Grand Canyon River rafting guide becoming the first American woman to row solo across the mid-Pacific.
It was very surreal. I think it was hard to soak in that I had actually made it.
Hundreds gathering along Honolulu Harbor as the 32-year-old pulled in, completing the historic trip from California to Hawaii.
It was very intense and just there were so many people there, and it was very wonderful.
She began her 2,400-mile journey on May 21st.
Day one of becoming the first American woman to row solo from California to Hawaii.
Arriving in just 43 days, 17 hours, and 55 minutes.
You can see land over there. That's Oahu right there.
Appearing to break the speed record for both men and women.
I didn't expect to get in that early, but I picked up a lot of speed at the very end because there was some good current going into Honolulu.
Fendler telling us her quest served as a reminder of the power of Mother Nature.
I was definitely scared at points. But then you put that against some of the latter days where you get to actually soak in how immense the open ocean is.
Immense. Fendler says she's looking forward to continuing her career as a Grand Canyon river raft guide and hopes this achievement encourages other women to push boundaries and take some chances. She sure did.
She did. Wow.
Amazing.
Oh, amazing indeed. Thank you.
Congrats to her.
Okay, coming up, they're in their honeymoon era.
Really?
New details about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding at Madison Square Garden and what Mama Kelce said.
Plus, Prince Harry's last-minute change of plans, putting his kids' reunion with grandfather King Charles in jeopardy.
And the heroes welcome for one World Cup team, and the Viking row lives on, thankfully.
Coming up, the state of emergency over a massive warehouse fire.
Plus, why one state is eliminating sell-by labels.
And we will have the biggest moments from Disney Celebrates America, including stories of our American journeys and all the fun from across the country. We'll be right back.
Back here on GMA, fans going crazy for Beyonce this morning. Queen Bee releasing a new surprise single, her first new music in 2 years. Lara is going to have all the details coming up in Pop News.
We got to wait till Pop News to hear it, I guess. All right. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Let's go to Will with the headlines. Hey, Will.
Hello again, Michael. We have a lot to get to. New at 7:30, beginning with a massive fireworks explosion in California. Officials saying a woman was killed and 3 others were severely injured. You see that video here showing a car engulfed in flames. A 28-year-old man was booked on suspicion of involuntary manslaughter. A child was treated for minor injuries and released. And the 23-year-old man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk is due in court this morning as his week-long preliminary hearing begins. Tyler Robinson faces multiple charges, including aggravated murder from the September 2025 fatal shooting on the campus of Utah Valley University. Kirk's parents and his widow Erica are expected to attend the hearing. And the governor of West Virginia has declared a state of emergency due to a massive warehouse fire. Crews battling this blaze. Look at that black smoke just billowing up there at the facility for storing plastic materials. No injuries have been reported. Officials say so far there is no reason for concern about air quality. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And the #1 women's seed is out at Wimbledon. Aryna Sabalenka falling to Naomi Osaka in straight sets to reach the quarterfinals. And Americans Coco Gauff and Jess Pegula will face each other in the quarters. It's going to be great. They both won their 4th round matches. Gauff won hers with just 2 minutes to spare before Wimbledon's 11 p.m. curfew. She would have had to come back and do it all over again the next day. And Serena Williams did have to pull out of her doubles match with her sister Venus because of a knee injury that she suffered in her return to singles. And you can watch all of the Wimbledon action on ESPN and ESPN2.
We both said we watched a lot of tennis yesterday.
Yeah, and Coco knew when she did this, she knew she had 2 minutes left, so she got it over with.
And it's great to see Naomi Osaka.
Oh,
back.
wonderful.
Playing as well.
Great stuff.
All right, well, thank you. Now to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce in their honeymoon era. The two tied the knot at Madison Square Garden over the weekend, and more details are coming out about that special night. Sophie Flay is here. Good morning to you, Sophie.
Robin, good morning. We're learning new details about the wedding, the performances, and star-studded guest list fit for the life of a showgirl. Taylor Swift is entering her honeymoon era, making her love story official with Travis Kelce. Her wedding night sparkling. New York City's Madison Square Garden transformed into a garden for the celebration. The July 3rd wedding and reception attended by more than 1,000 friends and family, with A-listers Gigi Hadid and Bradley Cooper, Karlie Kloss and longtime friend and collaborator Ed Sheeran. For the ceremony, a spokesperson for Swift confirming the bride and groom wearing custom couture Dior, their brothers by their sides. Jason Kelce serving as best man, Austin Swift as man of honor. The ceremony was officiated by actor and friend Adam Sandler.
Sorry you had to hear that, Mr. Gilmore.
After he worked with Travis and Happy Gilmore too.
Yes, there were 1,000 people there. It was MSG, but at the end of the day, it felt like a family. Their closest friends that they've collaborated with and played with over the years were there.
After the party, Donna Kelce, Travis's mother, giving her seal of approval.
It was magical, man, magical.
The last time Swift was in the spotlight at MSG, she paid tribute to Stevie Nicks. And reports say the rock icon was among the evening's performers. People reporting Sir Paul McCartney also performed, singing the Beatles' #1 hit, I Want to Hold Your Hand, for the first time in public since 1964. Guests sharing photos of the red carpet-worthy outfits on social media. Selena Gomez wearing a gold Oscar de la Renta dress less than a year after Taylor wore a similar number from the same designer at her wedding. J-Lo and Patrick and Brittany Mahomes. A few even sneaking photos from inside the venue itself. Despite the massive guest list, I have been told by people who attended the ceremony that it was beautiful and intimate.
Sophie, who were those people?
You know, they might be sitting next to me.
we'll leave it to Mama Kelce.
It
was magical. She said it all. But
magical, man.
I know, but it was nice because you didn't have this. So you were actually
in the moment. As I said to you earlier, it's like the good old days.
The good old days.
People just were present.
Right.
Yeah. It said it was a lot of people, but if you ever want to feel what real love is, you felt it in that room. With
certainly
those two.
Did.
It was really special.
So we're so happy.
A real love story.
Very happy for both of them. And thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
Now, with Disney Celebrates America, our multi-platform 24-hour live salute to our country's 250th birthday. And Lara, no one to bring us the biggest moment.
And there were so many great moments, Michael. So from personal stories to parades, fun to fireworks, we brought you the best our country has to offer, celebrating 250 years like only America and Disney can do. A celebration of America 250 years in the making. From David Muir at the top of Lady Liberty's torch.
For generations of immigrants crossing the Atlantic coming here to the United States, this was the first view they would see.
To our party across America.
We are dancing the night away right here in our studio for our Disney Celebrate America 250 party across America.
I literally can't stop dancing. From Bourbon Street to San Antonio, we let freedom ring, along with some wedding bells in Las Vegas.
Husband and wife.
Gio starting the morning in Maine with the first sunrise in the country on the nation's birthday.
Happy birthday, America. Happy 4th of July, my friend. It is just absolutely incredible.
To a bird's eye view from Ginger in Michigan.
People are already out here enjoying the turquoise water of Lake Michigan. You look at our drone right now, you can really get a sense of how majestic this shoreline is.
Hitting all the right notes of American classics. And David with his own spectacular view.
Look at New York City there in the background, and that's the Freedom Tower, of course.
From every corner of the country, highlighting all 50 states and territories.
Oh my gosh! We made it up.
From the sea and Rachel Scott.
I don't know how we made it, but we made it.
To the sky and Deborah Roberts.
Unbelievable. What a view.
Right back down to the ground.
All right, here we go.
Our Stephanie Ramos with the elite Screaming Eagles of the 101st Airborne.
That's how you do it. It is quite the thrill.
The iconic symbols that represent our nation's history to the natural wonders that take our breath away. From the Grand Canyon.
You can see the lines in the rock right here, sort of recording time over centuries.
To the Everglades.
Why haven't I done this? It is a part of the world. It's a part of the country that people need to see.
And showcasing the stories of America that shape who we are today.
I don't think I'll be here without my family.
Including the dedication and sacrifice it takes to be a military family.
It took like a lot of patience. I think we're fighting.
Real moments of that patience and strength on display. And the journeys that carved our own American stories.
No place like home.
Robin reflecting on her Alabama roots and her father, who was a Tuskegee Airman.
We had a mama and a daddy who shared their story, shared their legacy.
Michael traveling to the rural Texas town that his ancestors founded after emancipation.
They wanted people like themselves to have a place that they can call their own.
And George sharing the immigrant stories that brought his family to America.
I feel like I get the best of both worlds. I'm fully American and fully Greek.
And culminating in Nashville with one of the nation's largest fireworks and drone shows. And one star-spangled bash. With a superstar lineup hosted by Ryan Seacrest.
Happy birthday, America. Here's to 250 more.
What an incredible 24 hours. And if you want to see our Disney Celebrates America coverage for the first time or watch the magic again, it is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. I loved being a part of it. Sam and I kicked it off on Friday night.
Right
what
here.
a party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ginger,
For 24 hours.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about you with the sand dune. I was like, oh, when you went running down with all those kids.
Yeah, you can lose yourself, but it was so gorgeous. And just to be able to celebrate, more and more people kept coming out, and it just felt so unifying.
Mm-hmm.
And the
beautiful.
whole thing, you guys did such a great job.
Yeah.
I loved listening to it. I could hear all of it as it was kind of running.
It was a good time had by all.
Exactly.
No doubt.
Happy birthday, America.
Now with our play of the day as we count down to tonight's U.S. men's national team match against Belgium. Will and Larry got a double team on this for the World Cup?
Oh, yeah. I'll kick things off here. What a weekend of World Cup action we had. We were tantalizingly close to the biggest upset in World Cup history. Small but mighty Cape Verde giving defending champion in Argentina and Leo Messi all they could handle. A round of applause for Cape Verde, ranked 67 in the world, population 500,000, number one in our hearts. They're home to goalkeeping sensation Vojinha, he of the now 27 and counting million Instagram followers. They probably all follow him there. Cape Verde's players getting a hero's welcome upon their return home.
Sweet.
And then late last night, I was up, Michael was up.
I was up, I watched it.
A lot of people stayed up because there was an amazing game delayed by biblical weather in Mexico City. One of the great games of this or any World Cup, a classic between England and Mexico at the Azteca in Mexico City. It featured 5 goals, 2 of them from penalty kicks, 6 yellow cards, and 1 crucial red card against England. England getting 2 goals in under 2 minutes from superstar Jude Bellingham. Look at that header there diving in. He scored those in the first half. But then England had to play almost all of the second half with 10 men. England all gut and grit, hanging on to get the glory with a 3-2 win. They head to the quarterfinals. Brazil are heading home, though. They were defeated by Norway.
Wow.
Norway into their first quarterfinal in history. They will face England, all on the back of Erling Haaland. He had 2 absolute golazzos. He and Mbappe and Messi are tied in the Golden Boot race. Those are the 3 most famous soccer players on earth, and they are showing out. That's the award given to the top scorer.
England putting on their own twist, if you will. A group of them went to watch a Braves-Cardinals baseball game from the center field stand. They picked a player at random and sang their support for outfielder Michael Harris, belting out "Walking in a Harris Wonderland." And baseball is coming home again with Harris, the outfielder, returning the love by throwing them a ball. Guys, these are fun moments to share, aren't they?
They really are. They really are. We'll be right back.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. More than 60 million on alert for a dangerous commute. Flash flood warning from Ohio to Massachusetts to Virginia after a weekend of deadly storms and extreme heat.
Sell-by dates reaching their expiration. Why one state is banning them, and could others follow?
Royal reunion in jeopardy? What Prince Harry revealed about his trip to London tomorrow. And the new family pictures of Princess Kate, Prince William, and their kids after she reached new heights.
And we're going crazy on this Music Monday for the surprise new song from Beyonce.
Come on, meet me on the dance floor.
To Madonna bringing us back to the dance floor. And Harry Styles taking a bow in London with a special One Direction tribute as we say, Good Morning, America. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good Morning, America. Good Morning, America. Beyonce, Harry, Madonna. Cannot wait for that star-studded pop news. And Tori, speaking of star, is here again to kick off a week of deals and steals that cannot be beat. This morning, top summer skincare brands. Savings starting at 50% off.
Ooh, half off. We also had Dr. Darian Sutton is here with the new warning about a severe stomach bug spreading quickly in some parts of the country.
But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the dangerous weather on the move. Severe storms putting the Northeast on alert for dangerous flash flooding. Ginger, you know, is tracking it all. Good morning again.
Hey, and this is after a weekend of more than 1,300 severe storm reports since Friday. So there are a lot of pictures like Tinley Park, Illinois, where the trees are down, or Chatham, New York City, where we ended up with the lightning striking, of course, on the building. There's the Chatham pictures with more giant trees down into homes, into cars. And today, not only do we have a chance for trees to fall, but mostly because we are super saturated. We do have a flash flood threat, so much so that there's a significant risk, level 3 out of 4, that includes New York City, Long Island, coastal Connecticut, through Rhode Island and Massachusetts. What does that red mean? It's that you could get 2 to 3 inch per hour rainfall rates, which would add up to more than a half foot in some places. So through the day, it'll come scattered. It will be heavy at times. This is 3 p.m., Michael, but overall, it's going to end up leaving up to a half foot too fast, even though we needed it.
Oh, yeah, we did. And then the weather's like Run DMC. It's tricky. That's right. All right, Ginger, thank you. We got to go now to the new law taking effect this month in California that bans sell-by labels on food. It's the first law of its kind in the country. Melissa O'Donnell's in Los Angeles to explain why they're doing it. Good morning, Melissa.
Hey, good morning, Michael. So this new California law aims to clear up just any confusion when it comes to understanding those sell-by labels and really to cut down on the amount of good food that is just simply thrown away. So California banning the sell-by dates on packaged goods sold in the state, which was telling people when to pull items from shelves, but not necessarily when food was unsafe to eat. So now labels will read a best if used by or best if frozen by date, which tells you when that food item is at its peak quality, or a used by frozen by date label to just indicate when food is no longer safe to eat. Now, the FDA estimates that confusion over food labels leads to about 20% of food waste across the country. And the California Department of Food and Agriculture says this change applies to all products except for eggs and infant formula, which already have federally regulated labels. So while California is the first state to pass this law, New York is right behind them. They have a similar law awaiting the governor's signature, and there's even a bill in Congress pushing for a national standard. Robin?
Thank you so much, because hopefully this will clear up some of the confusion. Now, the so-called Trump accounts for kids officially launched on the 4th. Selena Wang is back with that. Good morning again, Selena.
Hey, Robin, so the government has just started depositing $1,000 into these accounts. These are tax-advantaged savings accounts for children. Any kid under 18 years old can have one, but only babies born between 2025 and 2028 get that one-time contribution from the government. So to sign up, you opt in on IRS Form 4547 when you file your tax returns, but the administration says that soon parents will be able to sign up at the hospital right after their babies are born. Parents can also add their own money, up to $5,000 a year. It gets invested into a broad stock market fund like the S&P 500, but you can't withdraw that money until your child turns 18. And in fact, to mark the launch of these so-called Trump accounts, the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ ringing the opening bell together right in the Oval Office. Guys.
Thank you so much for that. We're going to go now to a GMA Health Alert on the summer stomach bug that's spreading fast in some parts of the country. Federal health officials are tracking growing cases of a parasite that can contaminate foods like fresh produce, the kind that was on a lot of tables this holiday weekend. Michigan is impacted the most, with officials there reporting 572 cases as of July 4th. Medical correspondent Dr. Darren Sutton is here with more. And Doc, what is this parasite and why are we seeing it now?
Good morning. So this parasite is called cyclosporiasis. This is a parasitic infection that causes what we call severe gastroenteritis. That's that severe form of food poisoning, the nausea, the vomiting, the diarrhea. And what leads people to the emergency room is the complication of profound dehydration that comes as a result of this, landing people in the emergency room across the United States. You noted Michigan. What the difference is this year, because we've seen it before, since 2019, we've been tracking this. In Michigan and other states, they've been seeing increasing numbers compared to last year. Michigan, 10 times as many cases as we saw last year on a typical annual basis. Here in New York, twice as many cases than we typically see, and at least 17 other states are seeing rising numbers. Now, this, as you said, is associated to fresh produce, leafy greens, down to cilantro, products like snow peas, and even fresh fruit. In terms of what we do know, these are the produce that it's associated with. What we don't know is exactly what's the specific culprit or cause. That's why it's important to take caution in the kitchen for all produce.
All produce. So how do you know? How do you know if it's this condition or if it's the more common food poisoning, and what should you do?
Well, this is a question that patients present in the emergency room because gastroenteritis is common during the summer. There are many reasons why you can have a risk when you're eating outside and you're not being mindful of the cautious steps that you should take to prepare your food. So number one, the timing is so important here. Normal gastroenteritis or normal viral food poisoning often comes in a day or two. This type of infection can come anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks after you've eaten. Also, the timing in terms of how it occurs. So this type of infection can sometimes seem like it goes away, but then it relapses. So you're stuck with the same symptoms for a week or two more. And then most importantly, the treatment. Most types of gastroenteritis, you don't need treatment. You just need water, hydration, and rest. This type of infection typically requires antibiotics. So it's so important to talk to your provider, especially if you think you've been exposed.
Wow, important information there, Doc. All right, thank you for bringing that to us. And coming up in our GMA morning menu, Prince Harry's last-minute change of plans putting his kids' reunion with grandfather King Charles in jeopardy. In a new family picture, the Princess Kate after she completed the Three Peaks Challenge.
Also ahead, Harry Styles and the sweet way he paid tribute to his One Direction bandmates.
Plus, we'll meet the star who plays Moana. There she is here in our studio to tell us all about the new live-action movie and working with Dwayne Johnson. And Lara, you got some special guests with you.
I sure do. Carrie Young, our friend Kerry Washington. They're here because they're part of an ensemble bringing to life the Whoopi Monologues. They're going to explain how they take one woman's words and bring them to life in a whole new way. Kerry, would you do us the honor of signing our wall?
It would be such a pleasure and honor.
Oh, yeah, the pen is there.
The pen is there.
Stay
oh
with
my
us.
God.
We're going to chat about that and so much more coming up
This
when
is
we come
very
back
cool.
on GMA. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Ginger, you told us the rain is here in New York City. And we are back now with our GMA cover story. Prince Harry gearing up for his trip to London this week after announcing a change in plans over the weekend. Meghan and their children won't be joining him in the capital, and there are a lot of question marks over this trip. Chief international correspondent James Longman is in London with the latest. Good morning again, James.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, Prince Harry's visit to the UK is getting off to a confusing start. At first, we were told he would be staying at Buckingham Palace, but that's now being denied by a royal source, as apparently Harry accepted the offer too late. Prince Harry will be travelling solo when he arrives in London this week. He announced over the weekend that he won't be bringing his wife Meghan and children with him. The last-minute change of plan is due to security concerns after Harry was told he would not get taxpayer-funded police protection. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet have not been to the UK since 2022. And it looks like the much-anticipated reunion with their grandfather King Charles may now not happen.
This started off as a really positive story about Harry bringing his children to the UK and them meeting their grandfather, the King, for the first time in 4 years. And now everything has been thrown up into the air, and the story is now totally dominated by this security row.
But a royal reunion is still possible, as Meghan might bring the children later in the week, just not to London. The couple are expected in Birmingham on Friday to mark a year until the city hosts the Invictus Games.
I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Invictus Games.
The issue of security has long been a sore point. Harry's automatic police protection was taken away in 2020 when he stopped being a working royal. He appealed that decision and lost, and he told the BBC this at the time.
I miss the UK. I miss parts of the UK, of course I do. And I think that it's really quite sad that I won't be able to show, my children my homeland.
So once again, Buckingham Palace and the Sussexes are at odds, but there is still hope that Harry and his father Charles can meet and that the Sussex children, Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie, will see their grandfather. And we still don't know if Harry will see his brother, Prince William, but we have seen William, Kate and the kids in some very touching photos after the Princess of Wales completed her mountain climb to raise money and awareness for cancer. Michael.
Yeah, and James, we saw those pictures as well. The kids look really grown in those photos.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? Every time we see them, they seem to have grown a foot. Kate climbed the 3 tallest mountains in Britain in 24 hours. These photos were taken afterwards. There's a particularly touching one there of Princess Charlotte. It's very, very special indeed. Guys.
Yeah, look, you're kind of looking down on Mom. You're tall. All right, James, thank you. We just found out, just realized kids grow. Yeah, you guys realize that, right? Yeah, they grow up. All right, time for pop news with Lara. What you got?
All right, we're going to start with some big music news, everybody. You guys have been alluding to it all morning long. Over the holiday weekend, 35-time Grammy winner Beyonce surprised fans with a new single that she dropped on the 4th of July. Here it is. Go, Michael. Come on now. So good. Come on now. That is called Morning Dew. It debuted in the top 10 on iTunes charts, of course. It marks Beyonce's first new music in over 2 years. The song also marks the 20th anniversary of her B-Day album, which is getting a re-release this fall right around Beyonce's 45th birthday. And it includes, of course, hits like Irreplaceable. Oh, I love that song. Deja Vu. Fans fans are hoping her highly anticipated Act 3 album's in the works following Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. Right now, though, we can tell you this. Morning Dew is streaming everywhere.
That's my vibe.
It's good. I saw that.
Come on over there.
I was
Thank
trying
you,
to get
Beyonce.
Lily to cut to you.
Thank
You were
you.
grooving.
Yeah.
I was
I just joined the Beehive.
Yes, you sure did. All right, so we're going to continue this Musical Monday, okay? DJ Lily, cue the Queen of Pop. Now, this is my vibe. That's Madonna and her released new album, Confessions 2. It happened over the weekend, and it scored the biggest Spotify debut of Madonna's career. The album is also #1 on the iTunes albums chart in 65 countries already, and it gets better. Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, People Magazine, all calling Confessions 2 Madonna's best work in 20 years. And that's gotta feel extra special considering this was a family affair, with one of the tracks co-written by Madonna and her daughter Lourdes. Lola, as she likes to be called now, even sings with Mom. There she is on the single, The Test. Madonna celebrated the release by DJing at a dance party at Magazine London. She still rocks, man. And soon she'll be on the pitch, guys, for the FIFA World Cup Finals. She's doing the halftime
She does
show.
not stop.
No, she's nope. Timeless.
No.
Staying power of Madonna. Yeah, indeed. And you know what? Last but certainly not least, let's talk about another Grammy winner making headlines, Harry Styles. He wrapped up his history-making residency in London. He did 12 nights, guys, of sold-out shows at Wembley, beating records held by Coldplay and Taylor Swift. Styles now holds the record for the longest residency by a musician at Wembley in a single run in history. Harry was celebrated with a commemorative banner there to mark the moment. Meanwhile, on stage, he performed hits like Aperture, American Girls, and As It Was, and he took a moment to pay tribute to a certain group of guys that he started out with. Check this out.
I want to thank Niall, Louis, these nights and everything that I learned in this time, the friendship, everything. None of this would be possible. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much, all of you.
And this is just the second stop of Harry's incredible Together World Tour. Next stop, he heads to Sao Paulo and then Mexico, and that's at the end of the month. And then he does 30 shows at Madison Square Garden.
I'll be there.
Beginning this August. I will be there too. I will. Listen, I don't know. I don't even know if tickets are still available, but you can probably find them. Jen, you're up.
I was just trying to help myself to a ticket with
Yeah,
Michael.
I saw that. Nicely done.
I'll see what I can wrangle.
Okay.
Now the Deals and Steals. Tori is here with big savings from top skincare brands. You can treat yourself with discounts starting at 50% off. That's how you start a new week.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're starting with a favorite, Dr. Brandt. And all of their formulas are really about firmer, younger-looking skin. We've got a fan on the couch of Dr. Brandt over there. And we've got some newbies from Dr. Brandt. So from their Needles No More collection, which is all designed to help mimic in-office procedures, but without the needles that you can do at home, starting with one of their favorites. This one is called Dermal Micro Points, and this one's designed to help mimic some of the benefits that you can get from micro needling. So it's a gel formula. You can kind of like feels a little bit tingly when you put it on, and this one's designed to soften fine lines and to really kind of plump skin a little bit. It looks beautiful when used consistently as directed, but we've got all of their best sellers, and so if you have a specific skin concern, go to our website, look at their options, because they're all 50% off plus from Dr. Brandt.
Wow.
Free shipping.
Free
too.
shipping?
Yes.
That's huge.
It is huge.
This is very cute. You have to have the right brush.
You have to have the right brush, because the right brush, truly, no matter the makeup you use, helps give that flawless application. Feel how soft these are from BK Beauty. They're created by a professional makeup artist who understands the benefit of using the right brushes. All of them are, it's cruelty-free, it's a faux fur that just feels really great on your face. Faux fibers, I should say, not fur, but they're fibers. And then she put together these sets for us, so from complexion brushes, the big ones, to all the smaller ones specific for different eye techniques that you want. These feel fabulous, but they perform even better for that flawless airbrush-like finish, and they're all 50% off.
50% off?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, at least.
Okay. Zens. This is a great one that our viewers ask for because this allows you to bring the 5-star experience home. So that's typically where these products are found. And they are a company that believes in what they call this kind of treat your body the same way that you treat your face. So a lot of times skincare that goes on your body doesn't have those same amazing ingredients. These have hyaluronic acid. They've got all of what they call their age-defying formulas.
Love that.
One of their best sellers, probiotic lotions, these. And then this cashmere oil that feels so great on your skin, but then also has benefits. These right here, it's a firming balm for neck and skin. Those are fabulous, feels great. This is one you can do scented or unscented, fig and mandarin, 2 personal favorites, all 50% off.
It smells so good. And
it does smell good.
It's not sticky. It's
exactly. Okay, by Terry. This is another GMA fan favorite, and this is skincare infused makeup, so that you're getting the benefits of both in one. Their best-selling product, this little baby right here. You got to give a little smell to that. It's their balm rose.
Ooh.
Doesn't it smell good? It's got a really nice rose scent. That is one that beauty enthusiasts have called the Rolls Royce of lip balms. They've sold more than 1 million of these. So this is something that you can use on your lips if they're dry and need hydration, but also like a little bit on an elbow or a cuticle if there's a dry spot. This is great. And then we have their whole hyaluronic collection, the purple boxes. So it's we've got concealers and makeup that has hyaluronic acid in it. All of these slashed in half.
Everything today's slashed in half.
You got
50% off.
All right, Bliss. This is always a fan favorite. We've got a big assortment. One of the things they're best known for, Laura Geller turned me on to these. This is it's a glycolic peel. It's just that, one swipe and takes care of everything from, it treats discoloration, lines as well. So that's a great one at the end of the day. They put together a really great eye trio for us. We've got cleansers. We've kind of got it all from Bliss. And this is 50 to 70% off plus from Bliss.
Free shipping.
You got it.
And I love the name Bliss.
And then I know, so do I. Anne-Marie Berlin making their GMA Deals debut. This is all natural skincare that has been formulated for 65 years. One of their best sellers, these eye patches here. Plus we've got their day and night travel creams. All of this 50 off plus.
Free shipping again?
You got it.
All right, you got it.
3 free shipping, all 50 off.
Hey, Tori has partnered with these companies on these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. That QR code on the screen, we make it easy for you. Takes you right there. Hey, Kerry Washington and Kerry Young here to talk about the revival of the Whoopi Monologues. Come on back. Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City. Okay, I have been waiting for this. This is the way you kick off a week. We have 2 amazing award-winning women. Emmy winner Kerry Washington, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. All right now, but wait, there's more. Tony winner Kerry Young. They are here to tell us about the revival of the Whoopi Monologues. So many are thrilled about this. Of course, we know your work on the screen, but you were really behind the scenes in making this happen. I can remember 1984, the original, on Broadway, on HBO, but it was a Broadway show. How did you get Whoopi back on board to do this again? And what made you say, this is the time?
So I saw the HBO special. My parents had it filmed. I used to watch it. I used to listen to it on a cassette tape over and over and over again. I memorized it. And this has always been a dream of mine, to bring it to new audiences, to take on these characters, because it changed my life, this show. But I wanted to do it with a team of actresses that I adore and respect and admire, because I feel like it takes 5 of us to do what Whoopi Goldberg did, because she's a phenom, and these pieces are beautiful and important and funny and heartbreaking and all the things. So she was really excited, and she allowed my production company, Simpson Street, to bring it back. We're doing it at Lincoln Center, which is such a sacred theater space. So it's really exciting.
It's really cool. And that is something good. Whoopi, like I said, is a phenom. But now multiple actors to do what a one-woman show. That is so much work. I've seen the one-person show.
Yes.
It is exhausting.
It's exhausting just to do the one piece that we're each doing. Like we leave every night. Like I can't imagine doing yours and mine. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you, Kara, and hi, it's so nice to meet you.
Hello,
It's a pleasure getting to know you backstage. Such a fan of your work. What was it like to embody Whoopi's words and these characters for you?
Well, you know, I'm still in process, and I will be in process till the last performance.
Yes.
But to take on such an iconic role of Fontaine, and also I feel incredibly connected to Fontaine, and there's just, I know so many Fontaines in the world, and I'm very happy to be honoring the people who literally go unseen and unheard and ignored quite often. And so I just feel honored and very lucky to be stepping into this role.
Yeah, and I'm sure Whoopi appreciates that so much. Has it been, it must be pretty special to spend time with her. Wondering if she's given you any advice on this or life?
Yeah, so Whoopi's been incredibly supportive throughout the years that I've been on the stage, and I just can't believe every time I see her after a show, I'm like, it's Whoopi Goldberg. This is wild to me. But she has given me advice, and it really is like, I do start the show, and so that is like, you are setting it
tone,
off.
right?
You're setting it off, and so there is that, but also just encouragement, and belief, and that holds so much power from her. So I feel really honored.
Yeah, being first up, you set the table and you set the tone for what is to come. Whoopi really wanted to be here.
I
know she wanted to be here.
There's a volcano happening.
Yes, but she did send a message.
She did.
Here it is.
It's breaking my heart that I'm not there with you all, but you know what? This show is great. These women have done a spectacular job, and I'm pleased to have kind of been the seed that began it, but they are not taking any prisoners.
Is that accurate?
You know what, I'll say that statement from Whoopi is such a testament to who she is. She did more than plant the seed. I mean, she really built the framework, the roadmap for so many of us in this business. That's part of what inspired me to do this. Is I would talk to so many actresses who would say, that show changed my life, that show changed my understanding of what was possible, that show inspired me to be who I am today. So it wasn't just planting the seed. I mean, she did that show because she wanted people to see her, but now we get to say, see us, all of us. That's the level of generosity in her work.
And this is your production company doing it.
It is. I also want to say we're being led by the incredible Whitney White, who's a Tony-nominated, brilliant director of stage, and she's just doing the most wonderful job honoring Whoopi and helping us bring our best selves forward.
What do you hope people take away from the show?
It's such a hard question, you know, because the material is, yes, Liz, that's our whole family, our company. I really hope, it's interesting, you know, at Simpson Street, I think we work really hard to take stories that are about people that are at the margins and center them, because we really believe that everybody has the right to feel like they are the lead character in the story of their lives. And that's what this piece does. It takes women whose stories we want to, people who maybe you walk by at the park, or you avoid eye contact on the subway, or you don't want to look at the beach. We put these women front and center on the stage, and we say, hear us, love us, open your hearts. And it's funny and it's wonderful. I want people to feel the way I felt when I saw it when I was in my single digits as a child. I want people to feel delighted and inspired and entertained and all the things.
You were in your single digits, and here I was talking about it. I was a little bit more than the single digits when I was watching it, but still had the same kind of impact. And for you too, when you first saw it?
Oh yeah, a teacher, I had always known about it, but a teacher like reintroduced me to it. It was like, you need to watch this, and totally blew my mind. And it feels so, it feels like what a time to resurrect this material and put 5 women doing the monologues now. Now it's not just Whoopi. It's like we're extensions of her in this really magical way. And it, you know, the stuff that we're doing on the stage, you know, at some points it's reminiscent to me of like Entezaki, and like what we're creating is something so beautiful, but really honoring Whoopi Goldberg in in the ways that we must, because this material is so iconic to all of us.
I know that is the snap. You're so hip. You're so hip. Kerry, thank you. Thank you.
Come see us.
I
Please do.
shall. We
Lincoln
will.
Center.
And we gotta let people know previews for the Whoopi Monologues begin tomorrow.
Oh, good luck.
Y'all ready? Come on, you're ready. Yeah. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to the new Moana. The star of the live-action movie is here live.
Whose hands built the White House? The answer may actually surprise you.
On the 250th anniversary of our nation, a remarkable discovery.
The suspense is like killing me.
Now, celebrate the hidden history of America.
They have uncovered some incredible information about one of your ancestors that is truly first of its kind.
Hidden right here at the White House.
Your fourth great-grandfather was one of the enslaved men who built the White House.
Wow. I'm a little teary-eyed.
One family's deeply emotional journey.
To know that you have an ancestor that has such a significant role in our country's history.
A true American story.
This has been an exciting day. Let's just breathe.
Powerful.
It still gives me goosebumps.
American Story, The Hands That Built the White House, with Robin Roberts, tonight streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Back now on GMA, we first shared a look at our report with the 10 Million Names Project. On Saturday, we set out to find the living descendants of the enslaved people who helped build the White House. The reception from viewers has been absolutely
unbelievable,
incredible. So many of you wanting to know more about this story and discovering more about your own family histories, and that's what this is about. American Story, The Hands That Built the White House, airs tonight on ABC News Live and then streams on Disney Plus and also on Hulu.
Fascinating story.
Incredible.
The reaction has been really something else.
Oh, the anticipation is building for the new live-action Moana, which is about to hit theaters, and we have the star who brings Moana to life with us, Catherine Laga'aia. Welcome to GMA. Yes, give it up for Catherine, because this is amazing to me. It's your first movie ever.
It is.
32,000 people auditioned. You beat out everybody, including two of your sisters.
Yeah, two of my sisters. I remember when we were auditioning for it, it was kind of like they'd just kind of leave the Zoom rolling for the audition and we would just switch in and out. And it was like, good luck, girl, as you're kind of casting them.
And the original, and how's it now around the house though with your sisters? Is it okay?
I think they're very excited because they're in LA right now for the premiere. So I think they're okay. I think they're celebrating.
And you were 9 when the original movie came out.
I was.
So what is it like now for you to be the one to bring it to life?
It's really cool. I think growing up with the movie, getting to now walk around the village that I saw growing up, getting to see the faces that I recognized from the film, I feel like that's a really special thing to get to do.
Is it surreal though? It must be surreal.
It's a little, I remember the first time I put the costume on, that was really weird because I was like, this is what Moana looks like from the neck down, but then it's got my face. So that was a weird thing to think about.
So we're going to take a look at you in action. Let's check it out.
There, it's right there. You're turning? Yeah, you will. What are you doing?
Escaping?
The heart is that way.
We'll never get it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hey, what am I gonna steer with? They're just gonna kill you.
Now you already got Dwayne Johnson, good friend of the show. Laga'aia, she's the voice of Moana, both the animated movies. She's now executive producer on this one. Did she give you any advice?
A lot of her advice was just to feel comfortable to make it my own. I think stepping in, you're so nervous that you're kind of stepping on someone's toes or, you're invading her space because this is truly her role. But no, she was super kind of excited for me. And I think, that was mainly her advice.
And you two get to sing a new song written by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
We do.
What was that experience like?
I was so nervous and so excited because the idea that Lin, A, knows who I am, and B, wrote a song with me in mind, I think is just kind of nuts.
And how was it to work with our friend Dwayne Johnson, who we saw you there with?
That was insane. That was something I was the most nervous for because he's just kind of an icon, and so you don't want to embarrass yourself or fall over or something. But no, he was so sweet and so lovely. He's got a very kind of dad energy to him.
A dad? Oh, I'm sure he'd like to hear that. He's got a dad energy. He thinks he's sexy whenever I'm around him. But he got a dad. He got a dad energy. Now you know the real deal, Dwayne. But for you, I can only imagine how overwhelming that it must have felt when your like, okay, I'm on this set, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of this experience?
I would say anything where there's kind of all of the villages around or like a group of people. Because a lot of the movie is unfortunately Moana kind of by herself or just with Dwayne on a boat. And so anytime that I could be surrounded by the people that I was representing or kind of surrounded by people who felt like family and friends, that was when it kind of felt the most alive and real.
And you say your family's in LA for the premiere?
Yeah, they are.
Are they excited as you are?
I think so. I feel like I'm far more nervous than any of them are. They're all messaging being like, I'm gonna wear blue, I'm gonna wear red. So they're having a good time.
Coordinating the outfits. So what does it feel like for you to like share this with your family though? Because your sister did audition, you ended up with the part, but I know for them it must be special to see their sister as the one on screen, at least someone in the family.
Yeah.
But what does it feel like for you to be able to share this with your family?
It's really cool because I think auditioning for with my sisters, it's like they didn't lose the job. They're just kind of celebrating it in a different way. They get to live it with me because I'm not really doing it by myself. So yeah, it's really fun to finally get to kind of show them what I've been doing for the past 3 years.
Well, Catherine, it's been fun having you here on GMA for the
Thank
first time in
you.
your first movie. Congratulations! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And we'll be watching you because Moana, it is in theaters on Friday. Make sure you check it out.
We're so happy to be back now with New York Times best-selling author Jessica Knoll as we kick off our GMA Summer Reading Series. You know Jessica's blockbuster hits like Bright Young Women and Luckiest Girl Alive. Well, now she is back with a new thriller, and this woman can write a thriller. It's called Helpless. It's already getting rave reviews. It's been named one of the most anticipated books of the year. Congratulations, Jessica.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
Good to
Give
see
me a
you
hand
too.
there. Happy to have you. I want to brag about your book a little bit before we get into some of your book recommendations. You're going to share your 3 top picks for summer reads, but let's talk Helpless. It's being called, guys, a scorching hot mystery with an ending that's a doozy. I love that word. Tell me about it, and how would you describe it?
So Helpless follows Faye Heron as she returns to her college campus to attend the funeral of her beloved film professor. And in the time since she's graduated, she's gone on to become a successful writer, director, and actress in Hollywood. And while she's there, she has a run-in with her college ex-boyfriend, with whom she had a singular and intense connection. And their reunion turns into an apology, a drink, and eventually a kidnapping.
Uh-oh.
A kidnapping.
Oh, I was going in a whole different direction.
So she comes to in his remote cabin in the woods, and she's obviously asking, what is going on? Why did you bring me here? And as her week in captivity unfolds, she comes to learn that she does not have all the information, not only about the real cause of her professor's death and how it connects to why she is being held.
Okay.
And she doesn't have the full story about what ended her relationship with Henry.
And that might be part of the doozy that we're getting. I can't wait to read it. I'm stealing that copy right there. But you've also brought 3 other books by other authors.
Yes.
I love that you're willing to share your summer book reads, your picks. So let's get to those really quick, and you guys will want to write these down. So your first book is called Single Girls, and you recommended this to me as my first. You said, read this as soon as I'm done with yours.
Yes.
And why do you believe that this is such a great read by John Searles?
So this is a fictional account of the iconic Helen Gurley Brown.
Who I remember.
Yes, so she is responsible for one of the most talked about magazines of all time,
Cosmopolitan. Yes.
And this one is actually very close to my heart because I started my writing career as an editorial assistant at Cosmo, and Helen Gurley Brown's legacy loomed large in the hallways of Hearst. And it's like reading Mad Men, but with a cast of all-female staff. It's set in 1965, and what they're proposing are some really radical ideas for the time, like women should get married on their own timeline, that they can seek sexual pleasure without shame, and they're up against a lot of sexism.
And you said there's also a lot of romance in it.
There's a lot of
so
romance.
If you want a little romance, a little history, this is your book. I want to get to the other 2 because we only have a minute left. Next up, Buyer Beware by Catherine Ryan Howard. Why is this one of your faves?
I love Catherine Ryan Howard. She writes the most intelligent thrillers. This one follows a woman named Ellie who moves into a new town and in a new home. She's trying to escape her checkered past, but very quickly she learns the house is hiding secrets of its own.
No.
Yes.
All right, and you said that you need to be
this one might scare
prepared
you.
because I'm a bit of a baby. Okay, but I'm into it. You just hold my hand. And then finally, this is an amazing debut that you love. It's called Night Objects. Tell me why you love it.
Well, first of all, the absolutely beautiful writing, and you rarely get this in a debut where the writing sings and the plot does as well. And I would call this a dark academia book. It's a young girl who's recently lost her mother. Her stepfather ships her off to an elite boarding school, and she gets tapped by a secret society.
Oh, I like it already.
Part of the school's history for a century. And someone ends up dead, and you're putting the clues together to understand which member of the club it is, what Lenny's role is in it, and just how it all comes together. And yes, it's a debut. I will read anything Eli Raphael writes after this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, great, strong recommendation from you, because you are a fantastic writer on your own.
Thank
we will
you.
share again that Helpless is available everywhere tomorrow. And thank you again for those recs. We're going to put them on our website. Summer breeze.